Hello everyone, welcome back to Navanir Classes. This is the second part of the My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das. In the second part, we'll be covering the poetic device and important question answers. So let's begin. Poetic devices. First one is imagery. Vivid pictures like Asian light, the young trees, the merry children spilling out of their homes paints emotions clearly. So we were able to imagine, right, that there was Asian light, the young trees were spinning, the merry children were playing outside, right? Simile, mother's face compared to late winter's moon, pale and fading. Her face Asian like that of a corpse. The pale face was compared to a dead body. Metaphor, aging and mortality symbolized through the mother's appearance. The theme of the poem, aging and separation. Poet's painful realization of her mother's old age approaching mortality. Then what was personification? Young trees sprinting. Do you really think that trees can sprint? No, right? So here it is given a human-like appearance. Okay, so it comes under personification. Repetition, smile and smile and smile. And what was the tone? Mixed feelings of love, fear and sadness towards aging mother. Alright, with this we come to an end of the poetic devices. Let's see the question answers. I have tried to extract as many as questions I can, and I'm sure that you have the whole bundle of questions here, and if you go through these questions, definitely no question is coming out of this box. Extract 1. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, doors open mouth, her face Asian like that of a corpse. So questions. Where was the poet going? The poet was driving from her parents' home to Cochin airport. What was her mother doing? Her mother was dozing with her mouth open. What does the word Asian mean? Asian means pale or grey in color. Why does the poet compare her mother's face to a corpse? She compares her mother's face to a corpse to highlight her old age, weakness and fear of death. Extract 2. And realized with pain that she was as old as she looked, but soon put that thought away. First question. What painful realization did the poet have? The poet realized that her mother had become very old and was nearing the end of her life. Question number 2. Why was the realization painful? It reminded her of the possibility of losing her mother. Question number 3. What did the poet do after this realization? She tried to distract herself and put the thought away. Question number 4. What does this reveal about the poet? It shows her deep love and concern for her mother. Extract 3. And looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes. First question. What does the poet see outside the car? She saw young trees and happy children coming out of their homes. Question number 2. Why was the trees said to be sprinting? It is a poetic description created by the movement of the car, making the trees appear run past. What do the young trees symbolize? They symbolize youth, energy and vitality. What do the merry children represent? They represent happiness, innocence and joy of youth. Extract 4. But after the airport security check, standing a few yards away, I looked again at her. Question number 1. Where was the poet standing? She was standing a few yards away from her mother after the security check. Question number 2. Why did she look at her mother again? She wanted to see her mother before leaving and felt emotional about parting from her. Question number 3. What feeling is expressed here? The feeling of separation and anxiety. Question number 4. What does this moment signify? This signifies the emotional pain of saying goodbye. Extract 5. 1. Pale as a late winter's moon and felt that old familiar ache, my childhood fear. First question. How does the poet describe her mother? She describes her mother as young and pale like a late winter's moon. What does the comparison to a late winter's moon suggest? It suggests weakness, fading, vitality, and old age. What was the poet's childhood fear? The fear of losing her mother. Why was the ache called old familiar? Because the fear of separation from her mother had existed since childhood. Extract 6. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. All I did was smile and smile and smile. First question. What did the poet say to her mother? She said, see you, Amma. Why did she keep smiling? She smiled to hide her sadness and reassure her mother. What does the repetition of smile suggest? It suggests her effort to conceal her fear and emotional pain. What is the central theme of the poem reflected here? Love for one's mother, fear of separation, aging, and mortality. Hope you have enjoyed the video and also got all the important question answers. Please do revise and write your exams well. With this, thank you for watching. Have a very good day. Do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.